What's up, YouTube? Supernova back again for another video on the 350Z. Last video I talked about the piston and rod removal, about cylinder number 2 being galled up. I don't know if you can still see it. It's scored very bad right there on the side. Of course, I'm thinking it's probably from the melted pieces of the spark plug when I sprayed the nitrous. But so far I've gotten pretty much a lot done. Just wanted to show y'all. I had trouble getting the crank out. Finally got the crank out. I just got done washing the block because I gotta get it cleaned up so when I get ready to ship it, it'll be ready to ship. I got just about every single one of these main bolts out except for one. This one wanted to be complicated. Piece of the head, which is this right here, broke off. As you can see the difference, it just snapped the head off just to know where I couldn't get a grip on it. Had to get a grinder and cut it into a square, and then I had to hammer a one of those extractor sockets on here, and luckily I was able to break it off. So this is the main cap cover for this to mount on, and these are all four of the main caps. They're of course 4-bolt mains. I gotta put them back in before I ship the block off. Of course it's gonna be going all the way to California, and that's a long way from here. I gotta ship it off to the darting place, and what they're gonna do, they're gonna cut these old sleeves out and put the darting sleeves in. And for the sleeves themselves and to get it done, it's gonna cost me about $2,200. So that's a lot right there. I mean, the sleeves really is not needed for what I'm doing, but I just want to make sure this motor is going to be bulletproof. Painted my oil pan, my timing cover, my valve covers, and I recoated both, not that intake piece but that one, like a aluminized color. The heads I'll be painting black, and the engine block I'll be painting black. Not necessarily for looks, but for performance purposes, because black dispenses heat a lot quicker than any other color. It's kind of like you take a black car, park it out in the sun, and put it up underneath the shade. It'll actually cool off a lot quicker than any other car. The exterior paint of it, of course. Painting my motor mount brackets. I found some motor mounts. Now this is not something I included in the budget for this build, but just to prevent something like this from happening ever again. This is a standard motor mount. And of course it snapped, and it was on this side of the car, and with the motor torquing that away, that's where it snapped. So I found some engine mounts online for about $200 for the set, and they're polyurethane washers stacked real high inside this aluminum casing, and it doesn't eliminate the vibrations like these rubber ones will, but it will hold the torque and the horsepower that this motor will be putting out. So I'll be using those type of motor mounts, and I also need to find some mounts to install on my rear end, because if I don't, I have a feeling that they're probably bust as soon as after a couple of runs on this thing. So, but I gotta do that, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I didn't budget in this, but it's just mainly, it's just the big parts like the rods, the pistons, the sleeves, the injectors, stuff like that. Small stuff like hoses or, you know, mounts, gaskets, stuff like that. I mean, that comes standard with any rebuild basically. But hopefully within a couple of days I'll be getting a check-in, because I basically closed out my 401k account, because the company I was with, I'm not with no more, and I didn't find it useful to keep putting money into a 401k, being that I'll be starting my own business soon, and I really didn't like putting money into a 401k anyway. But they was saying, oh, we'll just take 3% out already. I'm like, okay, we'll just go with it. It kind of bit me in the ass later on. So, but I basically got just about everything done as far as the tear down part goes. I don't know if I mentioned this in the other video. Hold on a minute. I had a pig mat stick to my oil pan. Oh, let me see if I can set this up. Okay, there we go. This bolt right here, I found when I was tearing the motor down after I removed my little liquid oil cooler there. After I removed that off of here, I realized that after the oil is filtered, it goes through this little pipe right here, which this plug goes to. So hopefully I'll be able to run my oil, hopefully I'll be able to run like a fitting that goes from the oil cooler, that goes from here to the oil cooler, and from the oil cooler to the turbo, and then from the turbo back into the oil pan. And also I'll have oil that goes through this pipe right here, that'll go up into the motor and lubricate all my moving parts as well. So hopefully the Cosworth oil pump, which pumps 20% more volume in oil, will take care of all of that with all the extra oil needed. And so that's that. But that's all I got for you, for all y'all today. Next video probably won't be until I get some parts in. I can make some unboxing videos. Also, next videos will probably be, you know, when I actually get the block in with the new sleeves in and stuff like that. So, till next time, peace out. God bless.